Previously on Coruscant Nights. So, you hear this conversation happening behind you. You can sort of get a little glance back and see who it is. There are three pretty scruffy-looking guys back there. You hear the guy in the helmet.
These droids you're talking about, you think they're valuable?
I think they're very valuable. That old theater's been abandoned for years. I don't know why it's filled with droids now.
Well, we should check it out. It's just down at the bottom of the canyon. Let's go. I bet we can make some good money on this. Yeah, so you open that door, and it's another one of those sliding doors, but you had to do it manually. And it grinds against the floor as you open it up, and you see this droid standing there with its just facing a wall, and its head turns 180 to look at you, and then its body follows.
So
and
like owls?
Like an owl. It says,
"Intruders."
Prepare to die.
surprises await the unwitting traveler. Dangers lurk in the darkness. What do you expect to find when you go looking for trouble? Alright, so now you're gonna roll. You're getting into a fight with this guy.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
So-
shoot him.
I'd say that Jogg sort of knew that a fight was going to happen at some
Yeah.
point today.
It's like that.
So you're gonna roll.
That's why I want.
You're gonna roll a cool check.
All right.
Cool.
You've just kind of been playing around and looking for stuff. You're gonna roll vigilance.
All right. So what do I roll?
I have a 0 vision.
You
I have 3 presents.
3 presents. Any cool?
No, cool.
Okay, so you're rolling 3 greens.
Okay.
Do you have any vigilance?
It's a career skill, but I don't have a rank.
Does Zuuk have any vigilance?
Zuuk is non-vigilant at all.
Okay, what's your willpower?
My willpower
Is it
happens to be 3.
3. You're rolling 3 green dice.
Yay.
And that's it. No bad dice on this one.
Yeah, I rolled triple of that. Which
Wow.
is good.
I roll 5 explosions.
5 explosions. Alright, so you've played D&D.
Yes.
The fighting in this works just a little bit different. So instead of saying Adam goes, then the bad guy goes, then John goes, it's going to be one of you go, then the bad guy goes, then the other one goes. So whoever feels like they would go first goes first.
I think I would go first.
Whoever hits more with more damage. You hit with 7, I hit with 6. You shoot first, buddy.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to pull out the heavy blaster.
Did you have it was still holstered?
Well, yeah, so I got
Yeah.
pulled out of the holster.
Yeah. Okay.
Does anything that happen? Or...
Yeah, so in combat, you've got 3 things. You've got your incidental, which is a little thing, talking to another person, flicking a light switch, something like that. You have your maneuver, which is a medium-sized thing.
Like
unholstering your blaster. And then you have your action, which is the thing that you would roll dice for. You can substitute your action for a second maneuver, or you can take a second maneuver and then take a 2 strain. So you've got lots of strain, so you can take lots of second maneuvers if you wanted to. But if you run out of strain, you pass out.
Wait, so what would shooting the light switch be?
There's no light switch. We're relying on your.
Yeah, you've just got your
I know, but like if there.
If you wanted to shoot the light switch, you would have to roll dice for that. That would be your action.
Okay.
If you wanted to flick the light switch, you would do it as an incidental.
Yeah,
It'd be
so
an easy thing.
So I think I'd like to shoot this guy right away, but I also am a little worried that we're not right next to each other. So if you have extra maneuvers to spend, Zuuk, you might want to use them like going away from me. But anyways, I unholster my weapon and I shoot at this.
Okay. You can use a second maneuver if you are willing to take strain to aim at him too.
Oh, I have to aim.
You don't have to. You just get a boost die if you aim.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like it'd be important to hit this guy based on your description, so I'd like to spend.
Okay. Yeah. So you take 2 strain, so you just put 2 next to that, and then you have 1 rank in 3 ranks.
3 ranks.
In ranged light. And 2 agility, so you're rolling 2 yellows and a green.
Okay.
With a blue one because you aimed. It's very close quarters, so the difficulty is only 1 purple.
Okay. How far away is he?
He's within feet of you.
Okay.
Alright, what came up on your purple?
Purple was a try.
Failure.
Failure.
Okay. So you got 1, 2 successes, 3 advantages. What's the critical on your weapon?
4.
Okay. So if you got 4 advantages, then you could do a critical hit on him.
Oh.
And what's the damage on your weapon?
It is 7.
7. And then we add your successes, so 7, 8, 9 successes. This droid looks like he's got sort of heavy plating.
Yeah.
What happens when you shoot him? You did hit him and you wounded him.
Yeah. What happens?
Yeah, what'd you do?
So, I unholstered my weapon, I aimed, I fired, and I think if this guy had some heavy armor plating, I would guess that most of it would bounce off, but it might stagger him a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the blaster bolt sort of ricocheted a little bit and went around the side of him. But it was a good shot, and you knocked him back just a little bit. And since you're the one with the weapon out, it is going to come after you first.
Well,
The
my
bigger
weapon
threat.
has been out, like...
Your weapon has been out, but
Not shooting
Jug
him yet.
just shot him.
What would something like conking him on the head be? Like my action?
Mm-hmm. That would be your action.
Well, you know how on the AT-ATs they have this like area in between the body and the neck?
Mhm.
Is there anything...
You're looking for a weak spot.
Yeah, like, is there like any apparent weak spot?
I would let you make a mechanics check to check that.
Okay.
But it's his turn. It's the droid's turn first. You did get 3 advantages if you can think of anything to use those on.
What sort of thing could I use those on?
Like, there's some very specific things you can use it for, but you can also use it just for the scenic.
Okay, how about I hit him and staggers him a little bit, and there's some like smoke or sparks or something that are coming out of his head.
Yeah.
That are kind of like, I wouldn't say they're blinding him, but it's maybe like disconcerting.
Sure. Yeah, that'll work. That will give him a setback on his if you want.
Okay.
You hit him, he's sparking a little bit, and his shot is going to be a little bit more difficult towards you.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Alright. Adam, you get that on your next check. Its guns came out of its wrists, and it aimed them at Jog.
Oh,
and it opened fire.
Spider-Man style.
Yikes.
It
Not looking forward to this.
dealt 9 damage minus your soak. He's a pretty heavy hitter.
So 6.
Yeah.
So what's that come off of? My wounds?
So it adds on. So just put 6 next to it in that slot next to it.
To where?
To wounds, yeah.
Okay.
And Adam,
So
what does Zuuk do?
Well,
You just saw
I'm
your
gonna-
partner get shot
I'm gonna
with a very large gun.
Go take it apart.
I'm gonna do the mechanics check to look for some weak spots.
All right. What are you gonna try and do once you find those weak spots?
Shoot them, or whatever. Other
Multi-tool.
yeah, multi-tool him to death. Swiss Army knife hand them.
All right. Roll a mechanics check. So your
Make
mechanics is
my mechanics is
2, and your intellect is 3. So green, 2 yellows. You've got a blue from.
yeah, I got this.
You got that, and we're gonna make it average difficulty, and you can always use those to make your dice rolls better. So you can flip one of those over and turn your green one into a yellow. What do you got? Can you cancel them? Do you know what cancels what?
I do not know what cancels what.
You have a success and an advantage. What do you see? What does his weak spot look like? Paint me a picture of this droid.
So you said he has a pretty bulky upper body.
Yep.
How about the part that connects him to his legs.
Yep.
Has a small tube thing.
Mm-hmm. And there are some wires that you can see from the outside. Yeah. You also have an advantage. What would you like to spend your advantage on? You could always pass it on or heal strain, but you don't have any strain.
Can I heal strain?
Unfortunately, no.
No? Can't heal all this strain? How about, can I do something like plus 1 or 2 damage?
What about me?
You could pass a boost die on to the next roll.
Close.
Yeah.
But Jogg can shoot it too. Zuuk can try to take it apart or something.
I'm gonna give you a boost on that.
Okay.
On your next roll.
Okay.
So your next roll, since you found that weak spot, you're gonna yell, aim for the
thingy that connects his body to his legs.
So on your roll, you can take a boost for knowing the weak spot.
Mm-hmm.
You get a boost for, I guess it's like double that because you got your advantage. So like you really know where to shoot.
Yeah.
You can double aim if you want to.
Yeah.
You could have 4 boosts if you really wanted.
Okay.
Or
So what should I roll?
So you would take 2 strain for aiming a second time.
Okay.
Giving you 4 boosts. And then your range light is 3 and your agility is 2, so green, yellow, yellow, 1 purple, and 4 blue.
I think this is gonna deal
Hopefully. Not a single failure.
You were hoping for that, weren't you?
Still not enough advantages to crit him, though.
Mm-hmm.
Your damage again is 5? 7.
Yeah, I feel like so it does 7 damage. Is that what we're saying?
Your base is 7, and then we add all your successes.
Oh, right, okay.
So you ended up with 12 damage. 12.
So
Tell me how you destroy this droid.
So I shoot at this doohickey that's in his lower abdominal region, and after I shoot it, it's like It basically starts freaking out. Head spins around a few times, and then it gets the jitters, and then it just kind of like. At first, you think it's gonna blow up, but then it just sort of falls over, and it's all done.
Yeah. A small puff of smoke comes out of it.
Instead of that huge explosion, there's just keeling over.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, remember we had that thermal detonator? My idea was we could just explode this place.
You
just
probably don't want to be anywhere near that thermal
yeah,
detonator.
Yeah. Oh man, did we leave that in the bike?
No, we did not. Thermal detonators are too dangerous. Their weapons are evil.
That's true. All right, so
so that encounter is over. You can roll discipline with no negative dice if you want to try and get some of that strain back.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so it's just your discipline.
So I've got 1 rank, but no career skill. And I have
Your will.
my will is 2.
All right, so it's a green and a yellow. You recover a strain per success. So you can recover 2 strain.
Cool.
Okay.
So we opened the door,
Yeah.
saw this droid facing the wall. What else is in this area?
It's a long hallway. Goes off in both directions. No doors on the opposite wall, but a couple doors to your right.
Okay. Yeah, let's go to the right and see what's going on.
So you head down the hall to the right, and you pass these doors. It looks like they may have been old, like, dressing rooms. There's some mirrors and tattered costumes and things laying around.
Okay.
A lot of debris all over the place. It sort of mirrors the hall above. It seems to be about the same length, and when you get to the end, it goes off to the left into another big open space. And straight ahead of you, when you get to that place where it goes off to the left, there's actually a door.
Let's go through it.
Well, as you get to the door, your 2 butterbugs come back to you.
Oh, nice. Just living upstairs.
Yeah, you had them go into that big room.
Yeah.
What did they say? What's
That-
the word?
How do they communicate with you? Because they're just little, like, they're basically little Pokeballs.
Yeah, I'm thinking they transmit messages to my robot arm, which has like Neuro transmitter to
Whoa.
my brain.
Oh, okay.
Is that
pretty
too
cool.
weird?
That is kind of cool. Let's do it. So
Yay, Star Wars canonized!
while they're moving around, they're sort of uploading a map of the place to your brain.
Okay.
And you can see that big room that they went into is another theater room with lots of seats, and so they were able to go in and then down. It was another balcony, and so they actually came down and back around that other hallway to you.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, that's good. So that means that had we gone the other direction, we'd be going into the big
Into a
theater
big
space.
theater, yeah.
Oh. Well, should we go? Maybe we should go check out the big theater.
I say we open that door up here, see if there's any interesting things,
Okay. All right.
and then turn left.
You're just gonna open it right up?
Yeah, why not? Well,
All right.
well, okay. How about we do one of these and hold my hand up to the door and see if I hear anything.
All right, roll perception to see what you hear.
Yay!
So I got 2 ranks in that and 3 cutting.
Okay, so a green and 2 yellows, and we'll do average difficulty. So it'll be 2 purples,
Okay.
and then it's a very thick door, so you get 1 black.
Super difficult.
Yeah, so the black is situational. So it's really dark in here, or the thing you're trying to listen through is very thick, or it's really hot, or really rocky, or whatever. So you can say, yeah, but I've done this before, or that one's sort of flimsy, but yeah. But my
Awesomeness.
Yeah.
Is off the charts.
if you can think of one of those, you can say it, and maybe you'll get a blue.
Yeah, I can't think of
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a hearing aid or anything.
Off the charts.
A lot of advantages, but a failure. So you have 4 advantages. You can't really hear anything through the door. It is very thick. But you have advantages that you can spend on something if you'd like.
It's a solid door.
Yeah. It's got a little computer terminal to the right of it that you just like push and it would open.
I wonder if there's a way to push the button without being in front of the door.
Shoot it!
could
It's
walk.
pretty close to the wall to the right of it,
Butterbug.
but there is a
Butterbug
wall on the
actually
other side that you could
Kinda
sort
hide
of
behind.
try to hide behind. Yeah.
We could I
Okay.
could do Butterbug. I choose you.
Have the butterbug try to nudge up against. Let's try to do this. I can picture it in my mind.
I can
So-
picture.
Kind of like ringing someone's doorbell and then
Mhm.
running away to
Yeah.
play a joke on them. So let's do a little doorbell ditch action here and see if we can try to hit it and then hide back from it, because I'm worried that someone's gonna shoot us because they heard us
Uh-huh.
battling in the other room.
So you hit that control panel and you run away, and then you realize that there's no power in this building at all.
Oh, okay, good one. All right.
Somebody could try to restore power with a very good computer check if you could find the right place to plug in.
Zuuk, can you make any sense of this pad?
Well, it's pretty old. I'd have to upload some power before any of our symbols come on for me to decipher. I could drain a Butterbug of some of its energy, or I could take away our only light source.
Yeah, that's not good.
You could, one of your fingers can flip open and you've got a little
Hard drive thing?
data spike. You can plug in there.
Yeah,
and
that's my idea.
drain a little bit from your arm or something like
Okay.
that.
All right.
Let's do that.
All right.
Turns on. Kind of fidgety.
Yeah, so you've got a little thing in your finger, you plug it in, and it sort of turns and turns and turns. And I'd like you to roll a computer check, please.
Yay, 4!
Yeah,
The thing I chose this
So
one.
that's 3 yellows and a
3
green.
yellows and a green.
Alright.
Let's do 2 purple dice. Average difficulty. Alright, you have 2 successes, 2 advantages. So you plug your finger into this terminal, and it takes just a couple minutes, but a faint light comes on it, and you're connected to the systems of this building now.
Yay!
You've got some advantages. What would you like to do with those?
Hey, can you turn all the lights on?
That would alert every one of our presence, Mr.
But they wouldn't know where.
Stealthy.
But they wouldn't know where we were.
I kind of come back.
You could do it, though.
Okay, let's do that. And then how about there's like a cam system is there a cam system I could access?
I think it's going to take both of those advantages to turn all the lights on in this place.
Do it.
What about cam? What about a cam system? I can.
You already have your remotes.
Yeah. With the cam system, then I can.
Zuuk, why don't you open the door and send your butter beetles in there?
Butterbugs, go in!
So, you're plugged in here, and you hear the sound of generators trying to start very far away in this building. And it's just sort of like a rhythmic pounding noise. And after a couple minutes, the lights start turning on in the hallways. So you're at the corner of two hallways, and they come on one by one as they come closer to you.
That could be stalker thing. Like horror movie.
And as they turn on, you see the droid that you almost exploded down the hall. And down the other hall, you see other droids slumped over here and there. And all the lights are on now. Down this far hallway, you see that it opens up into a big room. It looks like there are some tables that are knocked over, chairs all over the place.
This lends the hearing of a robot rebellion here.
And down the other hallway, it just goes on just a little bit past where you fought that droid before.
Okay. And then there's this door that we...
And then there's the door that you're at right now.
Yeah. I think we should open it. But we could check out the main theater.
Well, I want to take my finger out of this.
Yeah, okay.
So we can do...
Alright, go ahead and do that.
So we can ditch it.
Alright, you are unplugged from the terminal.
Alright, cool. Alright, so we can press the button, open the door. And I guess let's just wing it. Let's see what happens.
You're standing in front of it. You open it up, and there are two droids behind it. They're both standing up. They're on a stage.
I have a black.
And they're just standing there. Two little red lights. They have very plain faces. Each one has one little red photoreceptor in the top of it.
Oh, so they're not like weird grievous spots.
And
no.
And the room's lit up, so we can see them.
The room is lit up, and you can see them.
Do they appear to be carrying weapons?
They don't appear to be carrying weapons, but they look a lot like the droid you saw in the entrance. Yeah.
Okay, so you may have a serious weapon involved.
Well, I'm just gonna...
So you two are just standing there right now, having this conversation.
Okay, so I think we should hightail it and turn around and go the other direction.
I want to see if my butterbugs can communicate them, or if they can like already talk. Like, I am Robot Man.
Your butterbugs cannot talk.
Well, can those other robots? Do they have like any apparent voice boxes?
Not apparent. They have very smooth faces.
So is there anything right in front of us that we can hide behind? Or is it just like a big open?
It's a pretty big open room. This looks like it just leads right into the stage.
Yeah, I think we should turn around and bug out here. Do we have to, like, is this an action that we can take? Is this a combat already?
You're not in combat yet,
okay.
But one step into that room and they're...
Yeah, let's turn around.
Let's leave.
Alright, so you go down the hall that branched off.
Yeah.
You head towards what looks like it was, at one point, a cafe or a restaurant kind of area. And as you get into this bigger room, you see maybe an old kitchen or something like that, cafeteria style, piles of trays that have been knocked over. This place hasn't been touched in a very, very long time. To your left, it looks like there's a door that opens up into some sort of room. The door is ajar right now. And straight ahead of you, looks like it may have been sort of a public space at one point in time. There's an old red ball organ, the thing that, Max Rebo was playing. Okay. Old and abandoned right in the center of the space. And some seating that goes up. It's sort of like staircase seating. Very informal.
Okay, can we, you said there's a door that's ajar?
Yeah.
Can we peek through it in a stealthy manner?
Sure.
Skulking manner?
Yeah. You walk up to this door, and which one of you walks up to the door.
I guess I will.
Okay. I'd like you to roll a stealth check with your agility, please.
Alright.
Oh, yay.
It's 2.
Stealth check is required.
Mm-hmm.
Combat is 2.
Yeah, so that's 2.
Okay. Just 2 green?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do 2 green and 3 purples. You succeeded with a lot of threat. Okay. So you walk up to this room and you see that it is the main theater that the Butterbugs came in through before. Okay. It's a lot bigger than the one that you were up in the balcony before. And you just peek in the little crack of this door and it is completely filled with ancient battle droids. Right. Totally full. There's at least 20 of them, maybe more. Wow. And as you're doing that, Zuuk is sort of checking out the cafe area with the upturned tables and stuff, investigating the idea of a droid revolution that happened here many years ago. And as you're walking around there, you hear 3 voices from up above you.
Oh, yeah, Gristly Man.
Yeah, you look up and you see that there's that glass balcony that you saw when you first came in. 3 voices coming from up there.
Perception check is required, I assume, to hear them.
To hear them? No, it's a big space you can hear.
What are they saying?
I don't see any droids anywhere. Are you sure this was a good lead? They gotta be around here somewhere.
Don't worry. You saw the one at the coat. We'll pick that one up on the way out. There's got to be some more around here somewhere. Those old things like this, it's worth something.
So, can we use the Butterbugs to lure the battle droid, to lead the battle droids to these 3 dudes?
Well, we could, so essentially turning on those droids and hacking the systems.
So,
to make them subservient to our command. Fight my minions, fight!
So that is a thing you could do, and that other thing is also a thing you could try.
So there's that thing, there's that stage or whatever, they're the 2 live ones. And so if we lured the 3 guys in there, well, they're probably pretty heavily. But I was trying to think about a way to get the battle droids to attack those
Butterbugs. We could make the Butterbugs look kind of old, maybe scratch them up a bit.
Just rub some dirt on them.
Just rub some dirt on them, scratch them up a bit, and then...
So you 2 are talking quietly about this, and you hear,
why are the lights on?
See?
These lights shouldn't... This place has been abandoned for years. Somebody else must be here.
See?
Wow. Perfect.
See?
Yeah, so...
Where's your I want to be stealthy?
Well, so send your Butterbugs... I wonder if we could get the drop on these guys. So are all the battle droids operational? Can we see that they have red lights on?
They're all just sort of standing in place, but yeah, you see a few red lights.
Okay. So there's 20-ish of them, and many of them are turned on.
Yeah. You wanted to do a perception check earlier, Zuuk, right?
I didn't say that I wanted to do that, but I was assuming that probably would have to happen.
I would like you to do one right now, please.
Okay, our old friend Perception.
Yeah.
So 2 green.
You're very good at perception, though, right? You have 3 ranks. And what's your cunning?
My cunning happens to be 2.
So it's 2 yellows and a green. And let's do 2 purple. Average difficulty.
Not too hard?
Not too hard.
Yeah.
Technically not hard, because 3 is hard. That's a lot of failures.
Doesn't look good.
You have a success. So there are these, I sort of described them before as informal seatings. They look like stairs that go up. There's stairs that go up, and next to them are big blockier stairs that people would sit on. And under one of them you see a small door. Just big enough for a 16-year-old Zabrak to fit in.
Ah, yay.
You're going in, dude. Hope there aren't too many rats in there.
I'm ready for pest control. Cock gun.
Right.
I'm opening up the door.
He's gotta shoot some womp rats.
Yeah. Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
open this. Any checks required?
No.
Yay, no life forms.
So you open up this little door. It's more of a grate It's got grating on it. It looks like maybe air circulates in there. And you head in there, and it's very dark. You pop out your finger flashlight. There's a little sort of concrete tunnel and a step down at the end. And you jump down there, and it opens up into a very large space. What is Jogg doing upstairs? Well,
so Jogg is trying not to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to actively listen to see whether these guys are moving around or like if they're going to go anywhere. But really, he's just trying to wait for Zuuk to move by.
Okay, yeah, they're making a lot more noise than the two of you made when you came in. They're like throwing things around, looking for old stuff, and I think before long they'll probably head off down one of the hallways.
I could try to. I could look around to see if there was a way to barricade the door. So maybe the door that's at the bottom of those stairs.
Yeah, if you want to head back that way, you could probably get something in the way of that door.
Yeah, maybe. It might be loud, but if I could drag that battle droid and push him over to lean up against that door or something.
Sure. So you run back down that hall, past the open door with the two battle droids behind it, and try and move that disabled droid in front of the door to block it. Let's just do an easy athletics check to see if you can move it in such a way that it'll block their way down. Okay. So easy is 1 purple.
1 purple, 2 green.
Yep. Yep, you did it.
All right.
So you got that droid in such a position that it's not going to be easy to get through that door.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been working on that, waiting for Zuuk to come back.
Zuuk just entered this giant room below the theater. There are cobwebs everywhere and dust and debris. And you're shining that little flashlight around. And it's probably as big as the whole theater. It's definitely the basement to the theater. And as you walk, it sort of slopes downward. And the ceiling gets further away from the top of your head. And you get into this big area right in the middle. And you shine your light, and there's just something really big in the center of it.
Oh, something.
Get closer.
Sure, gun out, get closer.
You take your little blaster out, and you shine your finger on it, and you're able to like get under it, and it's above you, and maybe it's a ship. It's huge. And you can see above it there's a little square outline of light.
Is there any way I can climb up into this perhaps ship?
You want to investigate it?
Yeah, I want to climb up into that square of light.
The square of light looks like it's on the ceiling above the ship.
Oh.
I wonder...
Is there like a cockpit thing?
There's a cockpit, and it's got a big glass window, sort of a octagon center with just various panels.
So, am I already inside the ship?
You're not. You're under the ship. It's got its landing gear down.
Is there any thing that would go down and let people come in?
A landing ramp?
Yeah, landing ramp. Any landing ramp?
Yeah, but it's not down right now.
Is the systems active on our ship?
The systems are not active right now on the ship. But you see a little computer panel that you can probably plug into if you want.
Okay. How much power do you think that would need? Enough power that I could supply with 2 butterbugs?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, let's try this out.
So you chain the butterbugs together with a little cord that you happen to have in your pocket and plug it into your arm. And take out your little data spike finger and plug into the little computer on the side of the ship. I'd like you to roll a computers check, please.
Okay. That's 4, and my intelligence is 3.
Okay. It is a very ancient... wait for that
so
to stop.
Hard?
It is hard. It's 3. And I'm going to flip my last dark side point over to change one of your purples to a red.
Okay. And then... What do I roll for me? Success. 3 intellect and 4 on computer.
3 yellows and 1 green. There's a much higher chance of something good happening than something bad happening on this.
It's a heavy roll,
Alright. You plug your data spike finger into this computer, and it spins around and spins around, and the ship systems turn on, and the computer screen starts glowing red, and you look behind you up at the cockpit, and you see that there's red lights on in the inside. And you're all plugged in, you can push a button, and the ramp comes down.
Red flashing light.
Red is always good. Red color.
As you're plugged in, you see the little green lights on your butterbugs dim and go out.
So, red light. Yay. I'm gonna go in.
Alright. You go in the ship, and you're just gonna explore the ship for a minute?
Yeah, for a sec.
Okay.
See if there's a way I can turn off these scary red lights.
It looks like most of the interior lights are on the red side.
Is there, like, an alarm going off?
Nope.
No burglar alarms?
Nope, they're just its regular ship lights. And you head into what looks like maybe the main lounge area of the ship. There's a table in the center. There's some more normal colored lights around the edges, sort of shining up on the walls. And on the table there's a little pyramid sort of thing. And you find some like crew quarters and stuff. It's actually very clean inside the ship. It doesn't look like it's aged poorly. It looks like on the outside that the ship had been here for a long time, but it doesn't look like anybody has been in. No like rats or stray animals have come in here or anything.
Is this, I'm just gonna ask, would this be a model of a ship that I might be familiar with, or maybe or just a custom ship that someone built off like a speeder or something?
You could sort of rack your brain if you wanted to roll a education lore check, or I know, or piloting space check. Either of those rolls would be very difficult. If you don't want to do that, then you have no idea what this ship is. It's before your time.
Yeah. So I investigate our triangle friend.
It's a little looks like it's made out of glass and metal.
Yeah, this is some kind of forcey object.
It would definitely take a lore check to figure out what this is.
I'm just gonna pocket this.
Okay, you pocket it.
Any cash bags? Any cash bags? Valuables? Kyber crystals? Lightsabers?
No, do you want to check out the cockpit?
Yeah, let's check out our cockpit front.
You go down a short passageway to the cockpit, and all the lights in here are red. There are like technical reasons. Red, when you are in a dark place like space, red is less strainful on your eyes. You can see things a lot further away and stuff like that. So maybe there's like a real reason for these lights to be red, or maybe the person who owned the ship was just sort of sinister and like red things. But you walk into this cockpit and everything is red. You walk to the pilot's chair and you turn it around, and there's a robed skeleton in that chair.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Coruscant Nights.
Thanks to Adam and John for playing on these episodes.
Our music is by Mark Eberhardt and Nick Scourin.
You can find us on social media at Coruscant Night on Twitter, and you can email us at coruscantnightspod@gmail.com.
Love the show and want to show your support? Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or visit our Patreon.
Check it out at patreon.com/CoruscantNights. Now don't forget that we've got a giveaway going on right now. All you have to do to enter is leave us a rating and a review, and send it to us. We're giving away one set of Women of the Galaxy postcards, and a set of 3 books that capture that Coruscant Night spirit: Tales of the Bounty Hunters, Tales from Jabba's Palace, and Tales from the Mos Eisley Cantina. Patreon patrons are automatically entered, and we're happy to ship overseas. We'll notify our 2 winners on August 12th. We're excited to announce that we've got stuff like t-shirts and stickers available for you to purchase now. Head on over to CoruscantKnights.com to find the link to our store, where you can get t-shirts and stickers with phrases such as
"Son of a Gundark"
and
"I'm always feeling lucky."
We'll be updating our shop regularly, so make sure you stop back to check out what's new.